Good afternoon. I hope this edition of Weekly eNews finds you well. Thanks again for allowing me some time away for vacation last weekend. I will be back with you this Sunday. I want to share with you the back of the bulletin cover for this Sunday, and it's based on Mark chapter 5, verses 21 through 43, and it is entitled Healing Powers. And it reads, "One of the saddest lines in Mark's gospel is when Jairus, the father of a dying little girl, is told that his daughter is dead and he should leave Jesus alone because there is nothing more to be done." Can you imagine the despair and hopelessness of that moment for that father? He has traveled far to find Jesus and to convince him to come and heal his child, yet his trip was for naught, or so the crowd would tell him. They wanted him to leave her for dead. How many children in our world do we leave for dead? How often do the reasonable sounding crowds tell us that there is nothing we can do? Do you remember in 2015 the photo of the little Syrian boy named Aylan? His dead body washed up on the beach of a Turkish resort. There he was, this 3-year-old, curled in a ball and lying on the shore, dressed in a little red t-shirt and blue shorts. His family and he had boarded a small boat as refugees from a terrible war. Their boat overturned, and he and his brother and his mother died. It was heartbreaking and overwhelmed all of us with a sense of helplessness and despair, just like Jairus. But Jesus tells us not to leave the children of the world for dead, and there is always hope. In the United Church of Christ, that hope is born and grows in our three great loves, especially our love of children. In Wisconsin, the Middleton Community Church, a UCC congregation, has reached out to the children of Bhutanese refugees. Bhutan, a small country, is squeezed between India and China. In the 1990s, the Lhotshampas, one of the three major ethnic groups in Bhutan, were forcibly deported from the country. For almost 2 decades, they were stuck in camps in Nepal, and by 2008, they were beginning to be resettled. Some of them came to live in Wisconsin. Members of the Middleton Church volunteered on Tuesday nights to read to the children of those refugees from Bhutan at the local public library. These refugees came through official channels, but there are also children coming in every day from Central America who come alone. They come here fleeing violence and terrible danger. They come without adults, and they come alone. In 2014, 57,000 such children came across our borders asking for refuge. What kind of terror and threats to life would push a child into a hostile world and a dangerous journey to ask us for help? The UCC Immigration Task Force has resources for us as congregations to respond, and we can find them at ucc.org. Are there children that the world has left for dead living in our community? This plea is from the website BhutaneseRefugees.com, which reads, "Here I am a refuge, but I don't want refuge. I want the wings to fly." This week, as we take time to continue to wrestle with the things we are hearing in our news, I leave you this devotion with all kinds of questions. And Jesus continues to tell us to let the little children come, and that there is hope, and that no one should be left behind. God be with you in this week. Hope to see you soon.